Hello guys, this is your host here, Cranky Nerd 16, bringing you another gameplay. Today I'll be playing a little more of NBA 2K. Today we're just doing the campaign and trying to build a player and try to get the MVP or trying to get accepted to the All-Star game. So we'll see. Today we're facing the...
We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. This game in Houston marks the start of
He's a Utah,
winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row.
Oh, actually Denver.
And the atmosphere in this building is incredible.
All right, let's see what we can do against this team. Last game that I have, I lose this game with this team, so let's see if I can beat him this time.
Live with it. He's got some hard living, but it's one of the most lethal shots in the game. Kevin?
Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, DA. There's just no answer. When the super teams are dominant game after game, some people are going to ask, what's the point of even playing a game like this?
Well, in the regular season, I hear that all the time, and I sort of laugh at it because this is what the season is about. Sure. 82-game grind, having competition not only with opponents, but within yourself, within your team, battling for minutes. And we understand that a lot of these teams are built to win in the postseason. The regular season doesn't mean much for them. They're going to qualify for the playoffs. But there are other teams in this league, Kevin, trying to fight to improve. And on nights where you have opportunities to play against that kind of dominant team, a coach can say, see the potential, see what is possible. We just saw it here tonight.
And take some personal pride in your performance.
No doubt about it. And you can stack yourself up against these super teams that roll into your arena to find out exactly where you are.
Good shot there.
Winning a game like that,
by James Harden.
Coaching staff, they can say, let's use this momentum to build on it. We just beat one of the better teams in the league. So psychologically, it works in a lot of ways during a regular season.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Martin and Millsap with the small and power forward spots.
Just watching defense here.
And it's
Why are you?
in at the 5 spot.
All right. Still got play. Still got game. We still got game. Come on, guys. The ball.
Houston moving the ball around. Here's AI. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They didn't follow me, huh?
First basket of the night.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, and
everyone's
still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Paul passes to AI, and AI throws it down.
This is why you love Chris Paul running your offense. Just move without the ball, find some space.
He left me the space and I had to run. Couldn't help it.
Murray surveying the D. And there's the pass to Harris.
Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Where you going?
Loose.
Oh, run.
Fast break. Paul's got it.
Paul got it. And foul.
Gets the whistle. And now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the night.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, good. Paul.
This is an area where Chris.
All right, come on, you can do better.
Every year, always right around 90.
Trying to get more assists in this game, but sometimes
Kevin, I got drafted by
my team started missing shots and stuff, and it's not going the right way.
1995 draft, and then shipped me out. I would have been a much better skier, by the way.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. And Brent, I'm thinking back to that trade. The Nuggets were moving up to select Antonio McDyess.
Yeah, McDyess went number 2 overall and obviously went on to have a pretty stellar career. And Rodney Rogers and I went to Los Angeles where I got a lot of early minutes in my rookie campaign. So interesting
Good job.
On draft night.
Oh, great ball.
Good job, Tucker. Good job.
Nuggets are gone.
That's how I like it.
Field to start the game.
Paint. Come on.
The shot by Paul, no good.
I swear to God he's gonna make that shot.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if
Uh-oh.
Paul kicks to Capella. Now here's Tucker. D right on him. Out left to the wing. Paul against Murray. The shot's good from Paul.
defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
On the wing, Harris. This is it to Jokic. Back to Harris. Right side, Millsap. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Good shot.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the first quarter.
Think about Gary Harris and just how well-rounded this shooting guard is. A sound defender, good shooter, great slasher and cutter. Provides some toughness, willing to do a lot of work. Sky the limit still here for Gary Harris.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a...
Why you hit him?
The list of intangibles for Harris really goes on and on.
And no doubt he checks a lot of boxes. High basketball IQ, can play with or without the ball. Super competitive and just seems to step up in the
Come on, you can do better than that.
Doesn't hurt a coaching staff to have multiple options. A guy like Gary Harris coming through in the clutch.
Free throw good, Murray.
There's a lot of potential left in the tank for Jamal Murray. He's able to play both guard spots, but it's...
And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's AI. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Shumpert in at the shooting guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. AI dishes to Capella. Paul passes to AI. 4 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Here's Shumpert.
Yeah, it's people, man. You know, let me go by him.
The Nuggets trail by...
I have to open myself a little bit more.
Thomas with the ball.
Trying to tie the game.
Harris outside. Paul against Thomas. Back to Harris. On deep. Offensive rebound. Millsap. That's in. Now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, there's been a lot of attention around
that was terrible.
How good Millsap was defensively on the interior, but don't forget about what he could do on the offensive glass.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Yeah, that's a good shot right there.
In their last time out against the Trailblazers, got the job done. He finished with 24 points, and there really wasn't much you could do to stop him. He shot it efficiently from both the floor and the foul line. Nobody could stop him.
Good move, good move.
Took over the game.
Good job, Chris Paul.
Same thing he'll be looking to do here tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it.
Hey, double team that guy.
For himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are...
Oh my God, good block.
In the next one.
I'm going to have to pick it up in the parking lot.
To the middle. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when
good job.
It's fun to be.
Yeah, I'm going to steal the ball from you.
To shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things.
Come on, come on, come on.
And playing angles.
Yeah, good job, Chris.
And having the guy in back, you know what you can do.
Come on, you can do it.
You can't do well if you're ahead of it.
Well,
yes.
And also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end. And 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defense.
Pretty sure they're going to sit me now again.
In one play call, that's great defense.
Time call here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Fareed's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Gerald Green comes in for AI. James Harden, he's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Rivers in for Paul. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap. Hernan Gomez comes in for Will Barton. Murray's checked in for Gary Harris. And more.
Hey, what's up, Fareed?
Thomas. And here's Harden for 3. Here's Capella. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots off to a good start.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Capella. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
Well, you like to finish things on a positive note, and he times that one beautifully.
And we finish one half of basketball. Rockets on top, up by 15. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter.
All right, let's do it. 3rd quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what
Harden's on fire.
Part of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the pair inside. Harris and Barton.
Oh, leave it alone.
And it's Murray in at the Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from.
Now you're gonna pay for that.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He says the drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far. Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. And for Jokic, just keeps getting better, Brent, but always stays very grounded in terms of his personality.
Yeah, I think his brothers have a lot to do with that. You just don't see the big ego coming out of him. In fact, you see a guy who's enjoying the game. He smiles, he's laughing with teammates, he enjoys being with this group and around this coaching staff, and he went as far as to say that he plays every game as a game of pickup basketball in his hometown. I need to travel over there and get in that game.
Pass to Barton. No one near him. Rockets with the rebound.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
I missed that shot.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. They trail by 14. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
Man,
Barton
pick up some speed. He could be downright scary going towards the rim. Good luck trying to slow that down.
Inside. Here's AI. Offensive rebound. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got...
Capella saved my ass over there again.
Out muscling and out hustling everybody for the rebound.
Murray against Harden. Here's Murray. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Paul for 3 and another 3 for Houston.
Man, my team is on fire, bro.
A few years back, Paul's turned himself into a great one. Important to do later in your...
They don't need me for anything.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Brent, I'm sure there were times, and you've won 2 championships where you thought you were going to win a title, and it didn't happen.
I'll go back to the first night that I thought potentially we were going to win a title with San Antonio. And that was in the 2005 finals against Detroit. We had come back home for a Game 6 that I thought we were going to win. and we did not. And sort of the pressure that mounted after that game to know that we were going to a Game 7 and had lost an opportunity.
My team doesn't need me for nothing. We're winning by 20.
Rockets leading by 20. They've got Kenneth Faried, Gerald Green out there with Iman Shumpert. Then it's AI, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
How you like that?
This is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Harris finds Millsap. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Brent, you think about Paul Millsap, not a top 10 draft pick, not even taken in the first round.
Yeah, how about that? 47th pick in the second round, and nothing really has been handed to Paul Millsap. He's earned every bit of it, and that's why even to this day he plays with a chip on his shoulder.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
He didn't see me coming that way.
He always knows exactly what the team needs from him offensively. That's why they hold the lead.
You didn't see it coming.
They're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. And his mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
The pass to Green. To the inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Ball checked in for Iman Shumpert. Here's Morris. Over Paul. He hits the back iron and
Good shot, guys.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Here's AI. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Morris passes to Harris. Now, here is Morris. Kicks to Plumlee. Shot clock at 6. Millsap. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Faried.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Paul. Now Capella, covered by Morris. AI passes to Paul. Over Morris. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Barton dishes to Millsap. Barton right side. Lays it up.
Jump first.
Barton's got 10 points here in the second half.
And a great job on the screen and roll with Barton. Really so effective in how he's using his body on that play.
Plumlee with the steal. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another. And you need both elements working together.
AI kicks to Faried. Just 5 on the clock. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all? I mean,
they sit me down.
Not really.
think that's gonna be 16 points for now.
That's good from Shumpert.
Shumpert, an important piece to this basketball team. He comes in, he does a lot of things well, and accepts the defensive responsibility that is placed on him.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Chris Paul.
And so many times on the defensive end, showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
From D. Thomas, the shot will not fall. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do.
That was a good game.
They are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely, yes, sir. I think it's definitely something we should talk about. Maybe Monday, yeah? All right. Yo, what up, Star?
You tell me.
Hey, I think the rest of the world just realized that the best talent is still homegrown. Go ahead and shower up. I got somebody I want you to meet.
What, now? We just played a game.
I wouldn't be asking you if it wasn't important.
Man.
You know, hey, just go on. Keep being that same kid I cracked over at Dykeman. I'll still come visit you when you're playing ball.
All right. Yeah, you cold dude. Who we talking to?
Let's just say it's time to talk shoes.
Yo, are you serious? You got me a meeting with Jordan?
Yo, I told you it was important.
Wait, you could have said so from the jump, man. Give me 2 minutes.
Hey, I'm gonna see you outside. Wow, this must be what the deleted scenes in Get Out look like.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Jesse Ashear, big fan.
AI, nice to meet you.
Mikhail, we never met, but I was over at Nike when you signed.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I would have remembered you.
It's okay. Come on, let's sit. I hope you guys don't mind, but I took the liberty of ordering ahead. Food will be here shortly.
I take it you aren't a fan of big crowds?
Actually, Michael rented out this place for us. Just a small indication of how much he wants you and how he treats his family. Because that's what Jordan Brand represents, his family. You know, Michael handpicks each one of his guys. Let me ask you something. What's the one trait that Russ, CP, Kawhi, Maya Moore all share?
They dogs.
Exactly. They're killers. Just like Michael. All he ever cared about was winning. That's his true legacy. Not the MVPs or the dunks. He will be remembered as the world's greatest competitor.
Shoot, Steve Kerr got the blackout to prove it.
Yeah, and who was the first person hugging him when he beat the Sonics?
Kerr, yeah.
You see, it's like that. Look, I know picking a sneaker brand, it's all about identity. I rewatched your college announcement this week. You said you wanted a school that would put you on a stage. But what happened? You and the coach butt heads, and instead of showcasing your talent, you end up with the Scarlet A. Attitude. And that is GM poison. I mean, no wonder you didn't get drafted. But you persevered, and you are back on that stage. We both know every decision you have made since you were 16 has been a business decision. That's just the game. Switching high schools, AAU team, leaving college, China, G League. You have 1,000 people in your ear, and every single one of them has an opinion. The key? Just don't overthink it. Trust your heart, not those voices. You want to know what Michael and I see? We see a kid who has moved past petty. Other players, they go home, they sit around, they throw shade on Twitter. Others spend every off hour flossing at the club. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not us. And if you put winning above all else, well, then you're Jordan.
So, I didn't meet Jordan. That wasn't part of the deal. I get excited I was gonna see Jordan. But no. Let's play against Giannis.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. With certain players, it's like having a coach on the floor. We're talking Chris Paul. Shaq, what's it like playing with a point guard that smart?
Well, Paul knows exactly what needs to happen in every situation. He remembers patterns and tendencies of players and of opposing teams. Very smart point guard.
Yeah, you can't let your team lose focus, and he does a good job of that. The team plays with a purpose when he's on that floor.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as tip-off approaches.
We can beat him! I know this team is gonna come hungry to try to kill me. Let's see what Giannis can do against me now. they're probably going to be dunking on my face for sure.
Yo, Giannis. Yo, Giannis. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing? Look,
good.
I know we're warming up, but I just want to say it's nice to finally meet you. I've been really looking forward to this game. You got some crazy skills, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you're curious about me too, right?
No, actually.
Oh, I mean,
you know, I'm just trying to stay focused in the game.
No, I totally understand. I just, wanted to introduce myself. My name's AI. Got drafted from China. Y'all probably read about it in the headlines, right?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, you know what? After this game, maybe we could hang out sometime, Maybe come to my spot. I got a nice full court.
Yeah, I'll talk to you after the game. After you get this L.
After I get the what?
L. I'll come talk to you. Okay?
Does L stand for?
Lose.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go warm up. I'll see you soon. I'll see you on the court, bro.
I'll see you.
Damn, that's intimidating. Again, you're gonna lose. What the heck?
An aerial view of the many buildings making up the skyline of beautiful Houston, Texas. Our broadcast setting tonight. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one following a loss to the Jazz. And a very close one there, too. The buzzer sounded. They were only down by 1 bucket.
A poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. As the season gets longer, so does the injury list. And Clark, you've taken a look at how you stay healthy, what these athletes have got to do, changes from era to era, but what precautions do teams take right now to ensure their players are at their very healthiest?
Well, I think it's all about preventative maintenance and really good training and medical staffs, and most of those in the NBA are excellent. Do a good job of the preseason work, the conditioning work, the customizing of routines of weightlifting and recovery for each player. And then it's a matter of the player following the protocols and his particular program so that you fight off injury. And if you do get injured, it typically isn't. You're not out for extended periods of time. So, and then the emphasis on rest and not be overstated. Teams are doing a much better job at managing the bodies of their players.
Now here's Paul. And he really played well against Denver. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is down low with Lopez. Bledsoe is out there with Brogdon. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. Here's Paul. Harden left side. AI outside. Paul against Bledsoe. Paul passes to AI. Drops in the layup for 2. Well, with the way his dunk went viral when AI was playing in China, you knew that he could draw a fan base. Now he's becoming one of the more popular players in the league.
AI has one of those personalities that just draws you in. Also, from what I've heard, he is very good at making time for the fans. So it's easy to see the rise in his popularity.
And here is Capella, following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton.
Capella is getting better at sharing the ball, wanting to improve that part of his game.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Paul
Have to get this win. Giannis sucking shit. Gonna let him win.
They get a hand on it. Middleton outside. Clock at 6. The 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Freaking guy, man.
He's got 6 points. And the Bucks back in 2001, advancing to the conference finals in the subsequent 17 seasons, Clark. They've yet to win a playoff series. Is this the year?
Well, when you have a top 5 caliber player in Giannis Antetokounmpo, expectations rise, and you do have a better chance to advance in the playoffs.
Good job, good job.
The top seed, though, I think is important because they
come on, Harden. What's counting on you, bro?
Over to the wing. Bledsoe against Paul.
Watch out, Bledsoe. Watch out, Bledsoe, Chris Paul. Come on, you can do this.
Bledsoe outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Whenever Bledsoe's coming at you with all that momentum playing downhill, there's only so much you can do in that situation.
Now, here's AI. His last outing, he had 18 points and a lot of contact on the
good job.
So he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, P.J. Tucker drafted back in 2006. Wow, that's a dozen years ago already. But, you know, he spent a handful of seasons in Europe early on refining his game. A good move for him. Came back with a 3-point shot that's become the foundation of his offensive arsenal.
And he knocks down the first one. And P.J. Tucker, a 6'6" player, a combo forward, really versatile.
You know, in some ways that used to be a backhanded compliment, but his combination of strength and quickness and his rebounding ability. I mean, this guy is tenacious at chasing down loose pumpkins and plays defensively either forward position quite strongly. So a lot of value from P.J. Tucker.
And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's a guy, second-round pick back at 06. Spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
Now, here's the line. Chris Middleton unable to get his
good job, good job, good job. Harden, you're by yourself, bro. You're missing threes, man.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
You're alone by yourself in that corner. You're missing those threes. Come on. I'm counting on you, bro.
Yeah, and Greg, this is a big game for both teams. I mean, they don't see each other often, and you know they both want to get a win in this one.
Here's Paul. After Eric Bledsoe's score.
Come on, Harden. Come on, come on. I'll open a space for you. Yes.
Pointers right on target.
I need you, bro. I need you. Come on.
A hard matchup, a tough pup. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the pump.
Bledsoe finds Brogdon. Poked away. And Paul with a...
Come on, Paul. Dunk. Dunk.
Pass to AI. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Chris Middleton. The Rockets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 3 for 2.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And he can't get the first one.
You can miss that.
The Rockets offense, and they've become lean and mean. Very few mid-range shots, no long twos. It's all threes and points in the paint.
You missed both of them.
Keep their menu tight, and it works for them.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Kenneth Faried comes in for P.J. Tucker. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. Houston making a switch here. Green's checked in. You talked about the Rockets' focus offensively. It's all a whole new 5 on the floor. Big group substitute.
I hate when they take me out.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Gasol. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Mirotic. Chris Middleton's checked in for Tony Snell. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's coming off a 16-point game against Utah. Ilyasova can't hit. Rockets trail by 3. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are your small and power forwards. Then it's Ilyasova. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot.
Had to play a lot of defense here.
Let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Nuggets just played phenomenal. He scored 18 points, and he did not miss a whole lot from the field. The basket must have seemed pretty big. That was just the latest in a string of very productive games for him. We'll see if he can keep...
Ah, come on!
All right, David, thank you, guys.
Should do it to the left.
That performance. Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Greg, something really...
All right, don't hurry. There's too many people in here. Harden, come on.
You just got to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Now, here's Capella. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver.
And his scoring
good job.
Get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
He's a high percentage scorer for a reason now. Capella, an alley-oop specialist.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Shumpert passes to Capella. Mark, you were in Indiana after being...
Good pass. Who
are some of the more talented guys you played with there?
Well, Herb Williams, a teammate of mine at Ohio State.
That's how you do it. Come on.
Big guy, mobile, could shoot it.
Move the ball. Open space. Come on. Defense.
Had size, excellent defender, driver of the ball. Wayman Tisdale, and he rest in peace. We lost Wayman a number of years ago to cancer.
Oh, beautiful.
Stepanovich, he and I both
I had to say that was nice.
About the same time due to different knee trouble, and he was a rugged, mobile, good shooting big guy who I think would have continued to excel had he not had to retire.
Banked in off the glass.
Using my center.
He's got 6 points.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch. You might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid has added? Under 200 pounds as a rookie. He's added a good 35 pounds of muscle through his dedication in the weight room.
First one falls for him.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
The Rockets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Pat Connaughton. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Now here's Middleton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
Houston. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Smiles on your face, Brooke. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg.
Thinking Middleton is freaking killing me.
He's looking to score the ball.
The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's AI in at the 3. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Over in the corner, Paul. Over Bledsoe. Off the left rim and out. Here's Milwaukee now. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
Now, here's Brogdon following the shot by Chris Paul. Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes.
He throw a 3?
7 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You gotta be kidding me. Since when did Giannis throw 3-pointers?
If you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
Houston moving the ball around. Capella, the pass to AI. Over in the corner, Paul. Clock at 4. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from AI.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
For the lead, rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton. Softly drops in the floater. Middleton's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks.
You know, quite frankly, Middleton is the kind of guy that scores from all over the court. I mean, you just have to give him a little room so he can get his shot off, and he's typically knocking it down.
Now here's Paul. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
That is
defense
there against one of the better finishers in our game. And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus.
Freaking Middleton, man.
His family are his sole preoccupations.
The obvious work ethic of Middleton on full display there. I mean, the quick release off the pass, which leaves the defense without much to do.
AI can't hit. Bucks leading by 5. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Rockets are going 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists in the game. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Well, for the Bucks in 2017, it was the opening of their new state-of-the-art team facility.
Down by 3, man.
A year later, right next door, they've inaugurated their new home arena.
Oh, I had to watch the Greek? Oh, no.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You mother.
To watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
And the Bucks sparing no expense with all these new assets.
Well, to bring top talent in and compete with the best, you need to create a winning environment and culture. The Bucks making those investments.
On the court for the Bucks, Ilyasova out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Mirotic in at the 3 side.
What the heck, bro?
Solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Paul after the basket by Milwaukee.
Ah, my bad.
Court come the Bucks on the break. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. So they take the lead. And breaking down
Freaking guy is on fire.
Stats for the Bucks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Oh, a nice way to punctuate that possession.
Now here's Middleton. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 2. Over in the corner, Paul. Feeds it to Fareed. Floats it up for AI.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Bucks have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Just 5 on the clock. He's feeling it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. The Bucks also changing it up. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Ilyasova. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Mirotic. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. Just 4 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Milwaukee the rebound, and Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game now. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
Harden inside the three-point line, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And the Rockets lead by 2. And a look at how the hustle game has been.
Come on, guys. Come on. We have to win this game.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
All right, David, thanks.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset. And, you know, the defense was probably in the C+ range there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
11 feet away. Here's Tucker. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
That's good from Tucker.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Now that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And again, the Bucks miss. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 15-6 run. AI. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And the Rockets lead by 9.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
It's good.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
We did it, guys.
Hey, Griff standing by for an interview.
Oh, yeah?
Right this
What's
way.
up, Griff? What's up, guys?
AI.
Come on over.
Thank you. I wanted to ask about your teammates. How do you feel your relationship is with them now that you've had some time in the league under your belt?
Man, the short answer is I couldn't do it without these guys. You know, the camaraderie in the locker room is great, and I feel like I've really grown as a player, as a person, you know, working with these guys. Hey, we all out there looking to win games, right? And it's so much easier to do that when we all on the same page.
Sounds like one big happy family.
I guess you could say that, yeah. You know what? Go ahead. Write that one down. That's good.
It's all right here.
All right.
Thanks again for the time, AI.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Nicely done, AI. Get some rest.
Alright guys, this is gonna be the stream for today. Thank you for watching my stream, and I really appreciate your support. So thank you.